On behalf of the Commandant of the Marine Corps and every Marine serving in our beloved Corps today, thank you.
After years of trying, a 91-year-old North Texas veteran has what he and his family fought so hard for.
So the I-Team first brought you Corporal Shelby Dawson's story when he was struggling to prove that he was hurt while he was deployed back in the 1940s. Fast forward, this weekend, investigator Ginger Allen was there when Corporal Dawson became one of the oldest, if not the oldest veteran, to receive the Purple Heart.
The President of the United States of America has awarded the Purple Heart to Corporal Shelby S. Dawson.
Inside this South Lake church, hundreds came to watch 91-year-old Shelby Dawson receive an honor he earned more than 7 decades ago.
I am honored today to present
Dawson's wife sat with their children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, who began asking years ago why their grandfather had never received the Purple Heart. Dawson enlisted in the Navy when he was 17. At the time, the award was given to those wounded by an enemy. But Dawson had a hard time proving that happened. And that's how the I-Team first met him back in 2016.
I believe I deserve the Purple Heart.
Dawson told us in 1944, days into the invasion on Guam, a mortar round exploded near them.
I reached down and picked up my M1 and my hand won't work.
Hit by shrapnel, he made it to the medical tent where a doctor told him he needed to go to the hospital ship. But Dawson could not walk away.
So you could not leave your men?
I wasn't brave, don't get me wrong, well, I couldn't.
Injured, Dawson bandaged his arm and returned to his troops. Nothing was ever documented. So when he first applied for the Purple Heart, the Navy told him he failed to prove his case. He tried looking for witnesses.
I'm trying to find somebody.
And then he tried arguing. Military records showed he had no scar when enlisted. He had shrapnel in his left wrist when he left. Doctors had since documented his injury, and x-rays showed metal in his wrist today. Still, the Navy told the I-Team the records do not indicate the injury was in result of hostile action. But then he and the I-Team met this man, Colonel Colin Andrus.
He decided not to go get taken care of and went back to his unit to be with his fellow Marines. Marines take care of Marines.
And that's exactly what the Colonel did. He helped Dawson with another appeal. And in November, the Board of Corrections sent this letter finally acknowledging Dawson's injuries warrant a Purple Heart.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise.
And so this ceremony and this moment also symbolize a battle of a different sort so many of us have spent the last few years fighting. And Dawson was quick to address each of us.
I'd like to thank my family, my beautiful, sweet wife, my son Greg, Colonel Andrus, Ginger Allen.
But Corporal Dawson, we all stand proudly with our country, finally getting to say thank you. Ginger Allen, CBS 11 News.
Hoorah, Marine. The military, not able to say if Corporal Dawson is the oldest to ever be awarded the Purple Heart. Who cares at this point?
Thank you.
Wounds in combat, he has bestowed one of our nation's most gracious honors reserved for our heroes.
That is a man with integrity and stands for everything this country is about.
And finally deserved, you know, sometimes the path to doing what's right takes a long time to get there, but thank God within this man's lifetime we did get there.
And stepping out on faith, you know what? Just going with that gut, helping your troops, your men.
Yeah.
An amazing man.